There's nothing that pisses me off more than when I get a dumb call put on my calendar that one could have been an email. That's not even the point. But two, I get on the call. There's 30 plus people from inside, outside my company. And the people running the meeting spend the first 5 to 10 minutes just wasting everybody's time. Just talking about little Jimmy's soccer tournament, talking about the weather. You want to talk about sports? Turn on ESPN. You want to talk about the weather? Turn on the Weather Channel or call up Al Roker. Stop wasting my time.
Good morning. Today, Gen Zs are talking about why they are fed up with corporate America. They are even sharing some of their personal experiences. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.
I don't care about little Jimmy soccer tournament. If you're going to make this be a meeting, let's make this the most productive couple minutes that it needs to be, because that's all it needs to be, right? If it could have been an email, this call should be 5-10 minutes tops. But then when the hour-long meeting you've taken on my calendar ends like 3 minutes early, and then it's ended with, I'll give you back 3 minutes of your day. Great, because you've taken 57 minutes. Meeting can start with a, hey, good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. That's it. That is it.
I do not understand why there is this whole thing around working from home and forcing employees to come back to the office. And I don't want to hear any of you boomers or whoever like say in the comments like, well, that's what it is. Like, here's my thing. I want to be able to work from home so I can maybe not sit in a cube, and I can sit at my desk and open my window and let the sun hit my face. So I can go for a 30-minute walk on my lunch break. So I can get a standing desk and a walking pad because my company won't pay for that. Like, it's health benefits, people. It's work-life balance. Why do we not want that for our employees? Why are you hiring people you don't trust? That's weird.
Anyone else experiencing this kind of like disconnect and just general disinterest in the job search? I just feel like I don't care anymore, and it's so bad, like, because I graduated in 2023, so I did work a little bit in my field. I did have a job in accounting for a little bit. Well, right now I'm still waiting tables. My parents are just really getting on me because they're like, Olivia, you need to act like you're unemployed, like you're getting comfortable with your job. And it's like, no, I'm not getting comfortable. Like, in fact, I want to get out of serving. Like, it's great for what it is, but you know, it's ultimately not what I want to do, and I do want to get out. But this other life, this like 9-to-5 life, doesn't seem very attractive to me anymore. And I just feel really disillusioned with the whole corporate life, because at the very least you could have job security, but you don't. Like, I'm really realizing that there's no such thing as job security. People used to tell me, oh, get a government job. Y'all see what's happening with the federal jobs? Like, their whole department's being laid off out of nowhere, no notice, no nothing. You would think that with everything that y'all go through and how much time and energy you pour into these jobs, that they would treat you better, and they don't. And it's not even that I'm lazy, it's just that I don't want to fight for something I don't actually want. It just doesn't seem worth it. Not only do we not have the same level of job security that our parents and our grandparents had, but we also can't afford anything. Even if we do have these jobs, even if we do have this job security, a lot of people can't even afford to pay their rent. At least back then, you guys could pay your rent. You know, you could pay your rent, you can buy your car, you could buy houses, you could afford to eat, you could afford to have fun. We don't have that same reality. The way prices have gone up in comparison to the way wages and salaries have stayed stagnant is insane, and nobody's talking about it. We don't have the same reality that our parents and grandparents did, and they don't want to acknowledge that. What we're fighting for is not the same thing that you guys were experiencing. So it's like, I'm fighting so hard to get some 9-to-5 that's going to pay me barely enough to rent a room in a house and live in fear every day of being laid off on a random Tuesday. And then in the midst of that, I don't even know if I can put food on the table, or if I can put food on the table, I don't know if I can put gas in my car. And if I can put gas in my car, I don't know if I can have fun, because I need to put food on the table and gas in my car.
Y'all, I am so frustrated with everything between late-stage capitalism, traffic, the 9-to-5 structure. I literally cannot do this. I had a complete meltdown yesterday because I'm like, this is just too much, and I don't know. The meltdown started yesterday because I didn't leave work until 7 p.m. yesterday. 7 p.m. If you cannot guess, I work in corporate America. That is the first time I've actually done that at this job, because I just got put on a new team, and honestly, I like the team. I like the work. Management is really great. People I work with is really great. So it's not like, it's actually a pretty healthy work environment. But the fact that I did not leave my job until 7 p.m. Had me like hysterical last night. And I just don't want my life to revolve around work. And I think no matter how hard you try, if you're in the system, if you're a cog in the wheel, your life will. Like, I still feel like the older I get, like, the more my life will have to revolve around work, because that's just the American way.
A lot of Gen Zers are coming out and saying how corporate America is like a world of its own and how tricky and difficult it can be to navigate. And honestly, they're not wrong. I'm 24 years old and I'm still relatively young to be in the corporate world. But just to give you like a little insight on like what I experienced when I first got in, 19 years old, first time in a corporate office setting. It was new, all new to me. I didn't understand it. I didn't know how things were done. I didn't even know, like, you know, just how it worked. And so that was already very difficult enough to navigate because, again, you're walking into a whole new world you have not even experienced. Like at 19 years old, when I was at my first corporate office setting job, you know, I had a 50 to 60-year-old woman come downstairs, and I was in front of a whole other department, you know, just working. She proceeds to yell, scream, the whole 9 yards, threw a whole tantrum at me. And I can't even tell you what it was for because that was so long ago. And, you know, just does all of it in front of the department. And they're taken aback, I'm taken aback. I'm like, what is going on? But, you know, I bawled because I was just like, you know, this is humiliating. It was more of a humiliation. I didn't even care that she was, like, screaming at me. It was more of like, wow, you're going to act like this in front of other employees? Like, that's kind of wild. But anyway, the whole department told me, they were like, dude, she is an adult. Like, there was no reason for that. So I moved on. I was just like, all right, you know, this is just part of being young, respect your elders kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad I grew out of that thing, by the way, the respect your elders thing. Then eventually I go to a different corporate office setting and, you know, get hired there, and I didn't know anybody. But honestly, the first 2 years of working at that place was amazing. There was people of all age groups, like, everybody got along. There was no drama. Like, it was honestly pretty quiet. Like, nobody really talked much, but like, we would chit chat here and there, but like, everyone was kind of just like doing what they needed to do, and then we went home, and that was it. So it was great. But then after those first 2 years, like, the office started to take a very different direction, and it started to become filled with more drama and just more tension, and I just did not like it. I hate having to come to work and expect tension and drama all the time. It literally stressed me out. So after a while, like, I got fed up with it and I left, and I went somewhere else, took a risk, thinking like this risk may pay off and be worth it. Well, it wasn't.
Thank you for watching this video. Have an amazing day.